Sunday fun day. Well, this Sunday day, November 15th, is strange day indeed. It is. We're actually having 50-mile-an-hour winds right now. Wind bursts, I should say. They warned us last night on the news and this morning to secure anything that may be susceptible to flying away. So yeah, 50-mile-an-hour winds. The temperature is about, it's not too bad. Uh, it's in the 40s, 55. So it is chilly. Um, but the winds definitely make it colder. I'm doing a little bit of watering, but mostly hey there, Ron, my good old pal. I was kind of just checking this area. I really wanted to get up on a stool, but and I may actually do that. Just gonna move this stuff. Actually, I can just move this down here. It is such a convenience being in the same space, but for some reason seems like I have double the space because I'm more organized than I was. I never would have been able to move this much in years past. Hey there, Anna. Geez, I just noticed this. So I'm gonna have to get another sink. But I am going to climb up here and get a little closer with some of this stuff up here. And yeah, I can feel the heat. So I probably should push this down further. I'm gonna have to. But it does look like it is getting some sort of a shield from the palm here. I put some more fronds up around so it would kind of protect it a little bit more. But you can see how the tips are brown. You can see how this is brown. This is my crazy arachno, which is, I forget what it is, but this is recovering. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I've met up with fans before. I am planning on going to, whenever Tamiami opens, whenever they have their first one. I'm not sure whether it's going to be 2021. I doubt it. January is not so far away. I am doing it, Ron. You're right. But I get what you're saying. And I have met. Anyway, I'm pulling off dead pieces. But this is a really nice one. It looks like a cuckolata, but it's got increased flower count, and it still has a nice frilly lip on it. This down here is George Tyler, I believe, or David Sander. David Sander, so you can barely see it, but that says David Sander. And that's another cross. It gave me this year. Most of these, as you all know, are newly mounted. I guess I had this one for a year. This one survived last year. This is my cordata or subulifolia. Gave me these new growths, and it's got this one up here, and then there might be another one on that side. Gave me some nice roots. You can see they're still green. This is my cuckolata right here that is recovering. This is actually a piece that I saved and mounted it on this little piece of chala, kind of haphazardly, but you can see it's putting up a new growth there. There's roots there, and it gave me this growth. Maybe this one was, I don't remember, but it's growing, so that's okay. That's my cuckolata. That's a species. Got a lot more growing to do, and below it is this is a hybrid. That's my perennii crossed with Ocalis. That's a primary hybrid. This is new as of 2020, early 2020, and it was mounted on this. Gave me a ton of roots, and it gave me a couple of new growths right here that are maturing. So I am actually trying to back off on the water, not to give it to them every day. That's my problem in the winter. I need to back off, because even though they're mounted, they still want less. And as I said in my video today, in the wintertime, or just in general, they like it hot and steamy, and you can imagine them like a cactus. So yeah, this is another cross, George Tyler crossed with cuckolata, and you can see how it's attached itself to my cork mount, and it put up several new growths, and it's still putting up growths. Nice roots, still nice active tips. Just waiting on some blooms. I'm hoping, I would think it's bloom size. This is a Florida Suncoast. That is Cattleya boringiana times cordata. And it gave me this new growth, and it's got one up here. And it has attached itself to this. So yeah, they look pretty good. Just waiting on some blooms. And this is another species up here. This is my Marciana, Brasavala Marciana. And you can see the roots on it. It has previously bloomed, and it is working on this growth that's right here. And it might have put up another one in the summer. Whoops. Now I just knocked something down. Okay, I'll get it in a minute. This down here is another species. This is my flagellaris. This is tree fern. You can see the roots are all in it. Waiting on some blooms. And of course, all of these are variations of the typical Lady of the Night flower. This is my Nodosa Godzilla right here, and it's put up that growth, but looks like it got stuck in there. Let me duck down here and pick this up, but let me look at this down here. This is one that I got from Alan Black, and I'm thinking that it is still alive because I see there's a growth down there. This was a very, very small seedling that is mounted on this little stick. And you can see there's another growth coming up down at the base. This is a Crazy Carmen, Brasavala Crazy Carmen times Cattleya labiata. Alan Black. Yeah, so those are my Brasavalas on that wall. And this is one that I just dropped on the ground, which is George Tyler. And this is one that has just been recently mounted on this, and you can see it's doing something down there at the base, probably a root. And I am just dropping tags all over the place. So I hope everybody is having a good weekend. I sure am hanging in there. Let me see who's all. Yeah. Nelson, what are you referring to? What are you talking about? Are you saying I have fans? I don't even know I had fans. I am a small channel, but I am not against. Like I said, I'm always out and about. Let me see this. This is that something coming up there? Maybe. This is a little division that I took off of my Cecilia, Irene, and hopefully that will root. It does look like it's putting up something down there. That will be great. That's my Cecilia Irene, and this is Cecilia Irene right here. Cecilia Irene. So yeah, I will be at Tamiami whenever they have it. I have to experience that at least one time. I have to. And since I'm such a glutton for orchids, there's no way that I can do a Florida trip and go on one side, go down on the East Coast, and then go over to the West Coast on the other side. There's no way that you can do a trip like that by car. So Tamiami is the best of all of that. But as far as where I go, I always will be at. I'm a member of the IOS, Illinois Orchid Society, so I am always. Well, not always anymore, but I try to go to our meetings when we have them in Chicago at the Botanical Garden up there. And I also go every year I go to Missouri Botanical Garden for their orchid show, which is in March. So I'm always there on opening day because the society up there, which is a great society, they coordinate excellently with the botanical garden there, and they function almost as one, which is excellent. And they do great things there at the Missouri Botanical Garden, which is the #1 botanical garden in the country, if you didn't know. It was the very first one. And I have an orchid in my collection from their collection. It's way down there. That was a cutting off of an orchid that was collected in the wild in the 1800s. It's Cattleya portia cerulean, and they have They have an auction every year where they auction off 400 of their orchids from their collection. Also with donations from botanists and orchid hobbyists like ourselves that are and there's a lot of nurseries that are in that area that are great. It's a good thing to go to. They have it every year. The Nest. Which botanical garden is the Nest? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that one. The Nest. I'm not sure, but I'm referring to the botanical garden is in St. Louis. It's has something to do with Shaw. Well, you everybody has their opinion. I meant it's the very first one, and it's definitely the oldest ones. And the good thing about them is that when they have their orchid shows, they don't ship in orchids for their show. They use the orchids from their greenhouses, and they share those orchids with the public. That's, I just think that doesn't happen quite often, where a botanical garden once a year basically gives away free divisions to the public of 100-year-old orchids. I just don't think that happens often. Okay, so this wall right here is more Brasavalas. This is pretty much the equivalent of my jungle wall that was outside, which has my jungle elf times Richard Mueller here. This did have a little bit of a scale in it. Well, not a scale, but some scale. So it's been sprayed. I have shared these in a video. If you're talking about the Missouri Botanical Garden, yeah, I did a video of the auction way back when. It's very fun. You know, I did that video, really. That's kind of what got me started in YouTube, to be honest, because I wanted to share that with everybody because it's really just a local thing as far as that auction. And they have it every August without fail. And literally they have 400 orchids. And they're all blooming size. I didn't say that. They're blooming size orchids. Okay, anyway, LC Jungle Elf times Nodosa. So this is a Nodosa times Jungle Elf, and there's new growth right there. I'm waiting on some roots, but so far so good. This is another Cecilia Irene. That doesn't look like it's alive. And this right here is Flagellaris times Jungle something. Jungle Elf something. I don't know. I don't have the patience. I'm only doing this one hand. I'm not gonna, well, I guess I could. But anyway, it's got elf in it. That was the point of this. And it's okay. It's doing okay. It's maturing its growth. There are some roots. So I'm pretty happy. Here's another Jungle Elf. I'm not sure which one this is. That's not the tag. I think this actually might be the... oh, I can't even think of it now. I think it's Jungle... Heck, I don't know. I think there's another one in here somewhere that's the same plant. See, this is why you shouldn't lose your tags. Anyway, that's rustic. Oh, I just got that from Bill Tom's. But this is something else. This is jungle. It's not Jungle Elf, but it's Jungle Elf times something, which makes it another jungle. Maybe it's Jungle Spots. Maybe this is Jungle Spots. But this is doing actually really well. It's attached itself. It put up a couple of new growths right here and that one. And they're still alive. They're still maturing. So I am not all as bad. It's still sticking with the good. This is a cross, a Nodosa cross, that is just sitting in this little broken cone. And it's got roots in there. It's still got a new growth coming. And there's another growth. So I think that's going to be okay. And this is another one. Venosa times Toshiaoki Pizzazz. And it's got some nice roots. It's slowly attaching itself to the mount. And that new growth is maturing. Yay! And that is Nodosa Sunspots. I just had to treat that for scale, as you can see right there. So I'm keeping my eye on that. You can see some back there, or just maybe that's not scale. So yeah, here's another Brasavala that I have. That's a cross. And where is the tag? I know I have a tag somewhere, but I can't find it now. This is a Florida Suncoast orchid. So I really need to have a tag on it because I need to know what it is. So I have to really look around here and find it. But it's got some nice growths on it coming. Yeah, I need to find that tag. And this one right here, which is my peach bird. The sheaths are slowly filling up. You can see it right over there. Yeah, you can see that right there. So there will be a succession of blooms for this one. That's the cross. Mai Kai. It's called BC Peach Bird. And after this blooms, I am going to take this out of this basket and repot it. I'll probably divide it in half, probably give some of it away. And yeah, if I can get entangled here, it is truly a jungle up in here. All right. But this is my Nodosa that just finished blooming. Nice sized plant. And then up here I have, this is a perennial that these are both recovering. You can see it's half brown and half green. This is my perennial. That is a different clone. It's like Wabash Valley or something Valley. And this is that is a Hoku gem that is only has that one section, and maybe there's a new growth coming out the back. But anyway, that's my Nodosas over there. And of course, you know, I have more down this way. I'm going to stop and focus on this. I'm going to turn that light off. Yeah, because it just ruins the color because it's too much of the same. I like it a lot. You know, speaking of that, that's on my to-do list. These are less than what I have outside. These are probably 40%. Outside I have 50%. But I am taking these down in the next week or so. I'll probably only leave the ones in the middle, but these will all be off because I like, they need more sun. In the wintertime, they like more sun. In the summertime, they have the shade of the canopy to give them the shade. In the wintertime, they're in full sun, pretty much. So that's what I'll do. Yeah, especially my Angraecums, purple light. Oh, that's my LED, which I'm actually going to get another LED, two more. Actually, this one is not working. You can see the lights are half are on. It's not even doing anything. So I have to replace this. And I'm going to get, I think I might put a light under here in this area, another LED. Although my Bobos, which are doing very well, they're doing really well. They like shade, so I don't want to give them too much sun, but I do think that I want to put one down here, just because I've seen the benefit of this one up here and just, you know, the LEDs in general. But yeah, that light is the same as this light up here. It's basically just a Mars Hydro, and I'm going to get another Mars, but it's 3 foot. It covers an area of 3 foot by 3 foot. So these are kind of limiting, although, you know, I've had great success with these LED lights. I really have, especially for in the wintertime. So, yeah, I would recommend them. And so I am getting a few more. But, yeah, and I have more Brasavalas here. This is Flagellaris times Lilia aurea, and it's just mounted on this wood. And there's a new growth right there. Roots are all over it. It's a big plant. And right next to it is a little miniature Brasavala. And you can see there's some roots there. It's got a growth coming up there. This is a Nodosa. And here is the tag. Nodosa Minnie Mouse. This is Bill Tom's. I got that from Bill Tom's a couple years ago. And it is slowly getting acclimated and on that mount. It's taken forever. And right here is a Brasavala. This is BC Miyaka Stars. And that bloomed for me late in the fall. And it's got some new growths as well. So there's a new growth coming up there. So it's They're all growing. They're all growing. They're all growing. So, and I mean, this is doing better than it has in past years. This is recovering from some scale. That's my. Hey there, Nina. Ah, no, not yet. Not yet. It's still we still are getting strong wind gusts though. But yeah, this is my jalapa, which is Florence Lynn times my guy, and it's putting up some growths. I've had to treat this for scale, and actually, is that? No, that's not scale. See, you gotta always mind your poo. That's what Bill Tom says. Mind your poo. Your power of observation. That's the most important thing with your orchids. You always gotta look and see. Look, I'm seeing that looks like scale. Yep. So I will have to come back and take that down. Actually, both of these have been recently treated for scale. This is my Tampensis, Encyclia Tampensis alba. That's just maturing some of its new growths. And here's another Brasavala. That is Gyrax Treasure Greenbird. And it's got that growth. And it just bloomed. Oh, yeah? I bet you want this. This is going to be beautiful if it ever blooms for me. The Maikai. Well, you have Maikai right now in bloom. I know, Nina. You're blooming beautifully. So does, well, maybe you don't. Do you? You have some, I think you do. I know Todd does for sure. Okay, it's Todd. You have so much. I just think every bloom is yours anyway. Nina, I can't, I just love I just love your milieu. I wish I could have that. I would definitely have better plants. But anyway, bravo to you. But yeah, this is a really nice cross. It is Jalapa times Maikai. Yeah, Todd has the Maikai that's in blooming. That's in bloom. Did I say in blooming? Anyway, this is nice. Those growths are still going. I don't really see roots. The roots that were active the tips have all died down. But I mean, it's put up another growth. And this one's still going. So, I don't know. I've already talked about this. Sharon, sorry, I just don't. The canes have browned, and I should have added more sphagnum at the base. I'm going to still try. I don't give up. But when you see that, the canes that are brown, that color, as opposed to that color, that color, that color, you can see the difference. Yeah. So, this is a little bitty angricoid that gets lost in the mix a lot. I know it's here, but I don't show it that often. It's a cross between Birmense and something else. Oh, Ioniella. Or Ionia volucris, that's what it is. It's got an aerial root that's nice. It's doing okay. Likes shade and likes high humidity. And here are some more Brassavolas to continue on the Brasavala theme. This is my Sunny Delight, which is a Richard Mueller hybrid. Actually, it's Sunny Delight times Richard Mueller. And there's a sheath, and there's a sheath. And it's still got new growths coming. So, some of these I have to continue to water. Which one is this? This is Nodosa times Slc Red Angel. And it has attached itself, and it's putting up a growth there. 2 new growths. This is a miniature plant. This is bloom size. So I haven't seen that bloom. It came with the spent bloom spike on it, but it doesn't get any bigger than that. So maybe I'll see the bloom. What else? This is a recovery that is great. This did have scale on it. And there is a little remnant maybe right there. Yep. So yeah, you have to keep watch, especially if you know that these plants have the bugs. And see, there we go again. And I'm just going to take this one down because that was a lot. But you can see that it is trying, really trying, despite the scale trying too. It's putting up another growth. And this is when I really need to spray it because the scale loves these little immature young growths. You know, I am really getting off track. I was actually going to repot this today while I was here. This is my little star, little one, Vandopsis little one times Sedera japonica. And it did bloom nicely for me, but I need to get it out of that media because it's lost a couple of leaves at the base. And I don't think these leaves are going anywhere, but I just need to get it into some fresh media. But I can do that after this video because I've already been on here for 30 minutes. Yay! Here's another Nodosa up here. Well, it's a Brasavala. And let me take it down. This is... okay. BC Bonosa. Bicolor times Nodosa. And I don't think this has bloomed yet. But it's getting closer. Nice roots that have attached itself to this plastic. It probably should be repotted, but I am letting it go for now just because this, well, I could probably repot it now since it's got the new growths going. This would probably be a good time to repot it, actually. So maybe I will set this down here and put that on my list to repot. But you can see how it's growing out of the pot and how it's still growing, in fact. I might actually just try to get some of that leca and charcoal and bark, kind of turn it upside down and tap it out like that. You mean your Bonosa? You have a Bonosa? I don't know. What do you so you have it mounted. Bonosa is one of those, it's a bifoliate. So yeah, mounting is better for it. For years I had a Bonosa that was in just a clay pot, and I had it just it was just stuffed in there, and it was just roots, and it attached itself, and it got really big. It was a Bonosa cross. It was Bonosa times bicolor. That's what it was. But it likes its roots to be dry fast. It likes a lot of water when it's growing, but they want to be dry fast. So mounting would be good. Mounting it on ceramic like this would be even better because the roots love ceramic, and I've gone to doing all of my bifoliates on mounts. Okay, so that's more Nodosa. I did those. And I did this one. I was at my Sunny Delight. I know. Oh, I'll show you that one later. That one's not a Nodosa. Let's see. Here we go. What is this? This is Brasavala Nodosa times Cattleya guatemalensis. And this has been on this piece of chala. I can tell you when it was because the date is right there. 2/20 was when I mounted it on here. So it was on here this summer. And, well, let me hang it up because it's not wanting to focus in my hand. I would say it's attached itself. Sorry for the light, but it gave me that new growth right there. And it might have actually given me 2 new growths. No, it just gave me that one. So I'm really happy about that. That's my Wufang Jade up there. Wufang Jade, I finally got a tag on it for Brasavala. It's got a sheath up there, but anyway, that's an encyclia. Those are encyclias. This right here is a Nodosa. This is my, where is the tag? Because I forget this one. But I believe it is a Richard Mueller times Cordata. I think it's Richard Mueller times Cordata. And it's just planted or it's just potted up with just tree fern, loose tree fern. Welcome, France. But it's got another growth coming, and it gave me this growth last summer. And right here is a Nodosa cross that bloomed for me last year. This is actually called something. Kelani stars, that's what this is called. BC Kelani stars. It's little stars times perenni. And some of the growths, it gave me a lot of new growths, but some of the growths didn't make it. You can see I'm pulling it off, and you can see these down here. It used to be down there, so I think it got some of the cold weather before I turned my heater on. Let me see here. Going down this way. Now up here. Now I'm down here at the east end of the east end of the greenhouse, down here, and this is where my Gyrax Kiku is, right here. And you can see it's still got some roots in there, and it's got these new growths right here. There's 3 of them right there, and some of these are the ones. There are others in here from this summer that are maturing. Here's another one that's in here, but I don't see anything, any sheaths or anything. Here's another one. This is Gyrax Sunburst Sunshine. It put up this growth this year, but nothing. And what's this? David Sanders times Jiminy Cricket. That's what that is. David Sanders times Jiminy Cricket. And that's newly mounted, and it's put up that new growth. You can see the roots are all over it. Doing very well, but no blooms yet. This right here is my Hawaiian leopard Mei Ling. I know that's what it is, and it put up this growth. This is that cross, that Cuculata cross. Mount Hood times Cuculata. That is, thank you, Natalia. This is one of Natalia's mounts, and it has attached itself, and it gave me this growth that's got spots on it, and then it's got this new growth. So yeah, and then there are several others that are down here that are newly mounted. There's some roots on this one, which is, that's another Gulf Shore Beauty, which I have down there in bloom. There's another Jalapa times Richard Mueller right here. That's got that new growth coming up there. There's some roots right there. And there's another new growth right behind it. Yay. Didn't see that. And this right here is the one that one down there that I was thinking of the name, that I couldn't think of it. It's Jungle Elf times a Clandii. That is something. Jungle Spots, I think that's what that is. Or jungle, it's another jungle named. That's what that other plant down there was. Up here is my Roman Holiday, which is Nodosa times Chocolate Drop. And it's alive. It's just not doing anything right now. And there's another one up there. That's the one that I got that was a mistake, and we identified it. What was that? Well, it was supposed to be Golden Tang, but the name is on the back. I can't remember right now. So yeah, that's the majority of them. I have a couple others down here, a couple other sheaths. This is my Phoenix. No, this is my Xanadu. That's what that is, Xanadu. But they're all doing well. See, there's more roots right there and in there. So they are definitely appreciating the cooler temperatures. And look, here's more roots, green tips. That is Jose's Sunset, which is why not times subulifolia. And I think there might be a sheath in here. So perhaps we will see blooms. But anyway, and there are more up here. So yeah, I have a ton. These are all seedlings that I got from H&R last year that I mounted on these little pieces. And of course I dropped one. And these all did very well. I mean, this is one from Alan Black, Tropical Sunset, Cheer Girl times Cattleya maxima. You can see the roots right there. Well, I just broke one off when I dropped it. You can see maybe that is, yeah, I think that is broke off. Yeah, you can see it's broke off. But there's another green tip right there, and it is for sure gone into that tree fern. And it has put up, maybe it hasn't put up a growth. I think it has put up a growth. I think they all did. Here's another. That is Gyrax Star. And you can see there's a growth coming up there on that little piece. Here is another one. This is from H&R. Spotted Clown, Nodosa times Lulu. Put up that new growth. Those new growths. So yeah, they're doing decent for me. There's another one that's got more roots on it. It's probably another Lulu. What is this one? Yeah, Lulu times Nodosa. It's doing pretty good. There's roots. And I am giving these over here definitely a drier life right now. And there's something else over there. So yeah, you get the idea. But I thank everybody for stopping by, and that's getting close to being attached to that. What is that? Is that my yellow bird? I don't know. It's probably another. It's another H&R. Summer Spot times Nodosa. Okay. Got to keep that tag. So yeah, I have a lot. This one is even doing good. You can see there's a new growth right there. And this is Golden Peacock. Thanks, Ron. Here's my Lundii that probably should be repotted. It's been just in that media since I got it, but it is still growing. Still putting up growths. I will definitely get that in something fresh. I just have to do it one at a time. And here is my BC North Miami that I moved over here to try to get a little more light. Maybe not too close to the fan, but it's got sheaths in it, on it, and maybe I will see a flower. Oh, and here's another one right here. Hey there, Sue McDowell. Thanks for watching. Here's something else. That's my Nodosa Adorable that I got from Bill. And it's just recently mounted on this, so. But anyway, Those are my Nodosas, or my Brasavalas. This is Little Stars times Mark Jones, Florida Stars. This is the plant to have. Beautiful. Todd's got that one. He's got the whole collection, I think. The whole Stars collection. These buds are coming along just fine. I believe this is my, I believe it's Andre Millar, Dendrobium Andre Millar. So yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Although I didn't even show this, although I've shown this in my video today. I think that's pretty. Still waiting on a smell. Thanks, Ron. By the way, that's my Gulf Shore Beauty that I was showing a plant that was down there that I just took down off the wall. And pretty soon I'll be showing you some more Eranthes blooms. And there might be another one here. Actually, it's looking more and more like a bud. So yeah, that's good. And this one is green as well, so these are all capable of blooming. But yeah, that's an interesting. There's something out on the market that I find in Europe. I think they have it at I can't even think of the nursery now. But anyway, it's in Europe. It's out of Germany maybe. But they have something that's called like a Prostechia elfin. But I think it might have Prismatocarpa in it and Nodosa. I think that's what that is. Prismatocarpa and Nodosa. But it looks similar to this. Very similar. So. But yeah, folks. Thank you all for being here. Another something that's going to be showing itself pretty soon is this. Those are some buds in there. And that would be SLC Seagull's gumdrop, which is Sophronitis cernua times Cattleya chocolate drop. Well, cernua is Cattleya now, I think. Probably. So yeah, I think that's it for my Nodosas, although here's one up here that's got a sheath in it, and there's another sheath. Is that it? There's another sheath somewhere. Maybe that is it. But that is my Cordata times elephant drops. So that's another Nodosa. But anyway, folks, once again, thanks for watching. This has been a long video. But I have a lot of Brasavalas, and I appreciate you standing by and letting me show them all off. And I'm just looking to make sure I didn't miss one. So, everybody, you know, if you have any special requests or any questions, feel free to contact me at my email, tdmore15@yahoo.com. And once again, thanks for watching, and enjoy your orchids. Enjoy your Sunday, every day. So anyway, love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.